In this lecture, we're going to look at an alternative solution to the problem we faced in the last lecture. The issue I'm talking about is the 404 error the user may receive if they visit a path that has been changed. Let's look at the router file. In our array of routes, we have one record for rendering the page for managing music. We have another record that redirects the user from the old path to the new path. This is how we resolved the issue. If we change paths, we should always make sure to redirect the user from the old path to the new path if they attempt to visit the old path directly. There's another solution we can implement to solve this issue. We can use an alias. I'm going to comment out the record that redirects the user from the old path to the new path. An alias is an additional path that renders the same component. We can add an alias to the record that renders the component. We're going to add the alias property to the Manage Music route. The value for this will be a path. We'll set this property to the old path, which was manage. Here's what will happen. If the user visits either the Manage Music or Manage paths, the router will render the Manage component. You can think of the alias as an additional path for the component. Let's visit the Manage page using the alias path. The Manage component is rendering. The path in the URL hasn't changed. This is one important distinction to make compared to the previous solution. The previous solution would redirect the user if they visited the old path. The current solution will allow a component to be rendered for a different path. The user is not being redirected. This can be useful in case you don't want to perform a redirect. We're going to continue using the previous solution. Back in the editor, I'm going to comment out the alias property. Then, I'll uncomment the redirect record. I prefer redirects over aliases because it's better for search engines to index the new URL as fast as possible. It can hurt in the short term, but I believe in the long term it'll be beneficial to let search engines be aware of the URL structure changes. I'll leave it at that. We'll continue working on our app in the next lecture.